Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 88 of Aokana, no Kanata no fōリズム. Last time we had mainly two interesting moments, I guess you could say. It wasn't too much. I feel like there was more. What made the majority of the last episode was my introduction and ending just seemed to take quite a large proportion of the video, unfortunately. But the two important areas was, well, three technically, because one, we had the full confession and exception, I should say, that they are going out, both Mashiro and Masaya. And then after that, they had their training, and after training, I can't recall what exactly what had led up to it, but Masaya had come out and confirmed that both Masaya and Mashiro are going out. And I liked that part mainly because it was so unexpected. It was so... don't want to use this word really, but nonchalant. Like, it was a matter of fact. Like, he really didn't mind it at all. And so that was an interesting moment then. And then everyone congratulating them, and everyone's excited for what's happening. And then I think once Masaya and Masha left, when the three were talking, and Asuka had started to not really cry, but she was shedding some tears, and she was unsure of how she felt about it. And I quite enjoyed that moment because obviously we didn't see it in Rika's route, but it did show that what was it? It did show that she had some sort of feeling, or the way she felt towards Masaya was different than how she felt during Rika's route. And I found that quite interesting because I think I did mention it last time, where it was possibly due to the fact that during this route, Masaya was training with her a lot more. Because during Rika's route, there was that incident. So I wonder if that was the pivotal point, or the main catalyst for her change. But I wonder how she'll act going forward. I'm sure she'll try and put it behind her. But lastly, I want to mention before we start is that I wonder what we can expect going forward. Because I had mentioned before that a lot of visual novel routes tend to have dramatic moments or a pivotal moments in their story during the main character story. Not main character, but the character's route we're doing. During that route is normally something that triggers an event. And I have no clue about Mashiro's. The only thing I think of is the flying circus, but that is an obvious thing. It's not something that is surprising or out of the ordinary. But yeah, let's see how this can go. You're pretty silent back there, Mashiro.
先輩の空気の読めなさにはちょっと本気で引きました。
Guessing I was with him revealing everything? Sorry.
いえ、私もきっと問題を先延ばしにしようとしてただけでしたから。先輩が私を一番に考えてくださったのは分かりました。ありがとうございました。
Yeah. It just feels a bit short that... そこは... can't read those countries, unfortunately.
ただし、タイミングや前準備が万全だったとは思いません。 今回は成り行き上仕方ありませんでしたが、次からはちゃんと相談してほしいです。でないと。
If I don't, she heaves a lot, sir.
明日からちょっと部活に行きづらいです。
Yeah. Soccer? Yeah, to me, soccer is more like the way how he would have said it was like soccer. It's more like really type of thing. It's more. Do you really think so? He doesn't think it will be.
先輩は男の人ですからいいですけど、私は多分根掘り葉掘り聞かれることになります。
Well, Misaki probably won't. At least she doesn't care much about other people's personal lives. I disagree. She's more of a, for whatever she finds interesting, I guess you could say. She's the type to poke and prod if she finds it funny or if she finds it interesting. So I would definitely see her poking and prodding at Mashiro for a bit of fun.
美咲先輩は他の人に興味はなくても、あっちの方とかは。
Something? Oh, right. I get it. Think she'll figure out everything? Is this in regards to his past, or...?
一応頑張りますけど。
I guess being open about a relationship does come with that issue.
でもその時は頑張りますから。
Okay, let's move to another topic now. My dear Mashiro. My dear Mashiro. この話やめようか、Mashiro-san. I don't know how he normally refers to Mashiro. Because this is just, as for this conversation, let's stop here. Let's stop the conversation here. And it goes to Mashiro. It's Mashiro-san, so Mashiro politely.
何か私失敗しましたか?
No, that's not it. It's just making me think about those sorts of things. Her face turns beet red in a matter of seconds, and she awkwardly stares down at the ground. I wonder what this is referring to as well. Obviously, me thinking about those sorts of things and with her going beet red, I can assume that's that type of thing, but it feels like I'm missing something, because this is regarding about... Okay. I was gonna say, okay. For the record, what I have in mind is kissing. I don't know about her, but hopefully she's thinking along the same lines. So yeah, it has been some time, so I had forgotten if they did or not. Yes, already. Unfortunately. Oh. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad they congratulated us.
感謝感謝ですね。 感謝感謝ですね。
Okay. We sure are. I don't know why, but I feel a slight pain in my chest. I keep that from Mashiro though. I wonder why. Oh. Maybe it's because he feels like he's hiding something from them? Mainly regarding his past, but... But Mashiro?
アスカ先輩、前におっしゃってました。
Huh? Damn, it's almost like she's just read my mind.
好きにもいろいろあるし、尽くしたり感じたり、付き合い方はそれぞれで。
Or maybe our minds were just in the same place.
だけど、全部を心から好きだって思えるなら、好きになれるものがたくさんある人は魅力的ですって。
Maybe it was a combination of both.
でも、みんな好きだからでしょうか。特別な好きを伝えるのは、ちょっと苦しかったです。
Either way, she spoke what was on my mind. And with that, this tiny, indescribable, queasy feeling in my chest has dissipated.
どうかされました？
Yeah, she asked, is something wrong? Say, do you have anything to do after this?
どうしてです？
Wanna go somewhere together?
遊びにってそれってもしかして
Finish the word, otherwise it just sounds weird. But yes, I'm asking out on a date.
行きたい行きたい行きたい行きたいで。
Hmm? It's almost like she bit her tongue here. That's so excited. Ikitai de. And then the chisaitsu. But wait,
行きたい行きたい行きたい行きたいで。
And then right at the end, she just realized something. It's rather than but wait, it's more like she had come to a realization of something. What's wrong? Are you busy? Sorry, just hold on a second. Yappari nanika atta ka? Is there something?
ですね。
She refuses to look me in the eye.
そういえば私、うちの手伝いが入っちゃってて、夏休み観光のお客さんとかでちょっと忙しいんです。
Really? That kinda sounds like an excuse you just thought up on the spot, to be honest.
本当なんです。
Well, okay. I guess I still don't know her well enough to be able to tell those things. She was pretty damn embarrassed about the date though, which could have been why she turned me down. Either way, I can tell she really cares about me, so I'll just take her word for it. What dismissive?
怒ってます？
Why would I be mad?
だってせっかく先輩が誘ってくださったのに断っちゃったから。
Do you think I'd get mad over that?
本当？私ってばこんな時にどうして。
Hey, it's okay, so don't cry, Mashiro. Okay. It's more not really don't cry, it's more like you look like you're about to cry type of thing. She's a little... No, she's very flustered.
お願いですから先輩、また誘ってくださいね。
Yeah, Oh well.
絶対ですよ。
Definitely.
絶対ですよ。
I know, Mashiro. So if I'm going back and forth a lot, I'm just... Wakatate is more like... I already said alright, or already understand. It's more like emphasizing like already parts.
絶対
Okay, now there she seems like she puts her tongue. You just put your tongue, didn't you? Does it hurt? You don't need to show me your tongue. It's a normal sight element, but I don't want her accidentally hurting herself. Oh wow, it's already this late? I studied the movements of world famous skywalkers by watching their matches, and drawing out their flight patterns with lines. But before I knew it, several hours had passed. Just a little longer. I picked up my phone for no particular reason, and that's when I noticed. And not noticed, but when I noticed. Oh, a message from Mashiro. Things like this make the fact that I have a girlfriend now seem more real. Warm affection swells around my chest from thinking about her as I check the message. 56 minutes ago, sender Mashiro Arisaka. Subject, Senpai. Hi, can I call you if you're not busy? This is one thing I like about this visual novel is the differences in this. Konbanwa, moshi yoroshikitta o denwa shite mite. The right inside is that an ah? Oh wait. Moshi denwa shite more. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So, if it's alright with you, can I please call you? Okay. I find it like the translation was fine, but why didn't you add the little cute emoji thing? The Japanese emoji. 47 minutes ago, sender Mashiro Arisaka. Okay. Subject, I'm sorry, it's okay if you're busy, feel free to just ignore my last text. Gomenasai. Zen daijoubu desu. Saki no meru wa... Interesting, I wonder if somebody else had sent the first one and then she realized that a friend or whoever, a mother or I don't know, something had sent the first one and realized that and said, okay, just ignore my last message. 42 minutes ago. I'm just checking, you are getting my messages, right? If so, can you please reply? That would make me really happy. I'm actually enjoying going back and forth quickly. Aokana chanto senpai ni udoit. I can't remember that's I remember it in my mind, but I don't know. I think it's because of the reflection here that some of the things are getting cut off. 39 minutes ago. Feel free to reply whenever. I'll be up late tonight. So yeah, nenai de mattemasu. It's more like I won't sleep, I'll be waiting. No, Mashiro. Sorry, I can't get it really as emotional as he can. I hit the call button in a panic. Those warm feelings in my chest quickly changed into anxiety. Why? Just because she's waiting for his reply?
いえ、全然気になさらないでください。ちょっとベッドの上でちっちゃく三角座りして、携帯が鳴ってくれるのをじーっと待ってただけですから。
Cute little CGI. That sounds kinda scary to me.
なんちゃって、冗談ですってば冗談。いくらなんでも私、そこまで先輩に左右されるほどか弱くないですから。
She had a cheerful tone in the beginning, but that little sniffle at the end makes me believe she was faking it.
ともあれ先輩。こういう関係になって初めての電話ですね。こういう関係になって初めての電話ですね。
So she doesn't really specify boyfriend and girlfriend, it's more like this our current situation. Our first phone call in general, I'm pretty sure. Really? So tell me if I'm right or wrong, Mashiro.
何ですか?
I picture you writing down things like this in a calendar or something, am I right?
やだ、どこで見ちゃったんですか?
I knew it.
あれとあれはパスかけてあるし、これは部屋から動かせないし、あっちはカバンの中で。
Wait, you have more than one? If by some accident humanity were to go extinct this very night, and then in a distant future some intelligent species were to land on Earth and find Mashiro's notebook, thinking it's a piece of lost technology, boy would they regret decrypting that after realizing what's in it. I'll go and apologize in advance, alien race from the future.
もしかして重いですか?
So here she's referring to it as omoi, which is heavy. Do you think it is heavy, or maybe too much? Do you think it's too much? Oh no, I'll be sure to tell you if that happens, so don't worry.
よろしくお願いします。
Well, I do understand why a girl would want to do something like this. Okay, sometimes I'm not too sure. So anyway, here he just says doshita, which is like, what's up or what's wrong? Yeah, it feels... So I would say as well that with her laughing, I would have replied more like, and that, or like, it's like you're trying to ask for that laugh. But, oh, let's leave it at that.
でもやっぱりこんな時間に先輩の声が聞けるっていうのは嬉しいです。
Is there something special about it?
だって私だけが先輩を独占できる時間です。あれ？照れてくれてます？
I was waiting for something more, but sorry if I did. It is not needed. Terete kurete is like, did I make you embarrassed? Or the... No, it's not really embarrassed, it's more... It's hard to translate this one. I would say it's more along the lines of flustered rather than embarrassed. But there is a thin line between it. Anyway, the sorry if I did is just an added thing which I don't think was needed. Stop it. Stop it. The way I'm saying it is wrong, but it's more like jokingly stop it. Or, yakamashi. Yakamashi is more like... That's the thing, that's what I like doing the Japanese, swapping it between the English and Japanese is. The differences are quite different. The way the main character is feeling right now. So with the English, the stop it, I'm having a hard time trying to voice how he would be feeling right now about it. Obviously it's jokingly embarrassed type of yakamashi is an interesting one. Yakamashi. It's almost like you're noisy, not noisy, nosy. No? Pestering. So much so that I'm just gonna look it up quickly because I actually found that quite interesting. The yakamashi. Yeah, like a normal translation for this would be like noisy or loud. You're being noisy. No, I wouldn't say that. Huh? How would I? That's why I can understand them with the translation. It's going to be difficult to translate this specifically, but I understand the how he's feeling in the Japanese side. It's like it's something you just have to know what it feels like, because translating it, I understand, is difficult. But yeah. Okay.
先輩は声もかっこいいですよ。先輩は声もかっこいいですよ。
So instead of saying how much I love your voice, it's more like how your voice is cool. Kakui is more like a cool. Your voice is so cool. And I think it's really dreamy is another extra added text. I know you're just teasing me. Good thing we're on the phone. I bet my face is real red right now. I can't let this get anywhere, so I better find something to counter with. What can I use to tease my shiro? Meow meow. Nee nee. Nee nee. What the hell? The reason and shame parts of her brain must have melted when we became a couple. Damn, if she keeps this up, I might just propose to her on the spot. Wait for me, my shit. I'll put a ring on your finger someday, I promise. Yeah, that was... Huh, interesting. So the Japanese one, yeah. Matete kure, Mashiro. Wait for me, please, Mashiro. Boku wa... What's that? Ore. Ore wa boku wa... Sorry, I can't read the kanji sometimes. I think that's ore. Ore wa kitto itsuka. As for myself, one day I will. I will one day. I will absolutely one day. Kitto is more like without fail. And then itsuka is one day. So one day I will. So yeah, she's confused because he's not sure what he's trying to say. The hell am I saying? I'm as bad as her. Yeah, I don't know why they had to change that sentence. They could have easily said, I will one day. Obviously he's referring to that. A short while later.
さすがに今のは頭が湧きすぎましたね。
The embarrassment hits her once she returns to her senses. Still, we continue chatting for a good while after that. Kind of feels like her words are reverberating in my chest. Maybe it's because her voice is so close. Also feel like we're being more open with each other about our feelings and whatnot. But that's probably because of how much we missed each other.
ずっと話していたいですけれど。
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I never imagined that I'd feel so reluctant to end a phone call. This is a brand new experience for me.
先輩。
Yeah?
夢でもお会いしたいです。夢でもお会いしたいです。
So I want to meet you even in the dreams. 私もis that try? I know this kanji is for power, but it's more like your ability. You're not ability. That's something else. Goryoku? Is that Goryoku? I don't think I'd be able to find it properly quickly. No, that's a different one. Oh well. I think it's more like I'll try. So the English is right here. So I'm not quite sure what then was she referring to.
夢でもお会いしたいです。
So I think what's referred to here is she wants to meet Masia in her dreams. So he will try as well. He will try and meet her in his dreams is what's referring to it. Okay. I can't really make any promises, but I'll at least try to think of her when I go to bed.
枕の下に会いたい人の名前を書いた人型の紙を入れておくといいらしいですよ。
Oh, maybe I'll try that. Oops. If I don't forget that it is. I feel like. Okay. Oh, wait. The English for his was "Sonanoka." Is that so? So instead of "I'll try that," it's more like, "Oh, is that so?" And what was his second Japanese line? それは覚えていたらということで。If I recall, I think maybe if that is the right kanji, I think I remember reading it. You can. I'll be with you whenever you want. I mean, I'd love to be with you all 24 hours of the day too.
先輩。
Let's stop here. It's already 11 o'clock.
なんだかせちがらいです。いつでもそばにいるって言ってくれたばっかりなのに。
Well, we'll have to hang up eventually, don't we?
愛が足りないです。
Just thinking they could do the cliche thing where they just lie in bed with the phones next to each other talking, and then I've seen quite a few romance series where they haven't announced anything between each other yet, but then they put their phones next to each other and they're sleeping, and then the one falls asleep, The other one realizes, and then they confess, thinking that that other person's asleep, not hearing. Sometimes they are asleep, sometimes they're not asleep, and they overhear it, that type of thing. So, similar to that, but obviously they've already confessed. What?
男の人って終わっちゃうと淡白だというのはこういうことなんでしょうか。
Wait, what?
男の人って終わっちゃうと淡白だというのはこういうことなんでしょうか。
So, it's some words I'm not familiar with. But I'm assuming it's something to do with that. I'm pretty sure women don't usually say that about phone calls, Mashiro. Please don't say that around anyone other than me. I take a breath and relax my shoulders. How about this? If you really think you'll be lonely without me, I'll put on my grab shoes and fly on over. What are you giggling for? This is more like the doshita kyuni mashiro. Doshita kyuni mashiro. What all of a sudden? What are you laughing all of a sudden for?
満たされました。おやすみなさい、先輩。
Sure. You haven't really answered my question. Good night. Did you forget something you wanted to say?
こういうのは男の人の責任で切ってもらいたいです。
Didn't know. It makes no sense to me, but if that's what Mashiro wants, that's what she'll get. Obviously, that's not what she'll want, but sweet dreams, Mashiro. Ciao, Yasumi. Yeah, not really sweet dreams, but it's more like good nights, but yeah.
おやすみなさい、先輩。
I hit the end call button this time. Phew. I'm exhausted, but I feel a lot happier after that phone call. Now to pick up where I left off. I think about Mashiro again, except this time as about strategy she can employ in flying circus matches. Small doesn't mean weak. Time for practice. I happen to remember something Mashiro told me yesterday that has me worried. Namely that Misaki is going to try hard to get her spill details about our relationship. Yeah, I knew she was going to. I think it was him that said, yeah, I don't think she would. But no, she will. Guess I'll keep my eyes peeled.
さあ、正直におじちゃんに話してごらん。マサヤとは一体どこまで進んだの？
Well, that took no time at all.
あいた。
A little bonk in the head. After I bop her lightly on the back of the head, she rubs the spot in pain, even though we both know that didn't hurt at all.
冗談じゃんか。
Seems more like a full-blown harassment to me. So he says it's more like what I'm seeing is sekuhara. I'm trying to think I was saying that right. It's sexual harassment.
お姉ちゃんとしてはね、弟分と妹分の明るい未来が家族計画になっちゃわないか心配なんだよ。お姉ちゃんとしてはね、弟分と妹分の明るい未来が家族計画になっちゃわないか心配なんだよ。
I'm hearing a kazoku keikaku and kazoku keikaku. It's more like the family plan. So I'm guessing that's what's referring to here, but it's not the same thing, but sure. I don't remember ever becoming your little brother.
あとはちょっと多感な思春期少女の興味本位。
I think you mean entirely playing Curiosity.
何さ、女の子だってみんなそういうのに興味津々なんだから。私だってもちろん真白だってね。
Ah. This is more... It's not saying anything, it's more like showing a bit of surprise, or not really shock, but more surprise than anything. It's like your mouth opens like ah, like you make that audible sound of ah. So that's why I can agree with the translation with this ah yeah, but this exclamation mark here makes it seem like it's more strong. It feels too much. Although, I think it's fine, never mind. She looks at me with a mischievous grin. Damn, that last part about Mashiro made my heart skip a beat. Skip a bit.
Misaki senpai!
私いい子だから嘘ついてないもん。
Well, true or not, this is practice time.
それ以外の時間になら聞いていい？
You fell right into the trap. The fact that she didn't opt for the obvious, too bad I'm not in the club, so I don't have to follow the rules, shows how considerate she is. I'd rather you not, but I can't force your hand.
やだ！
先輩！
Mashiro cries out in distress, but I'm going to have to trust her to keep her mouth shut. Fortunately, we haven't done anything that would. Actually, never mind. If Misaki found out we had said to each other over the phone what we said to each other over the phone last night, I'd want to die. I just have to bank on Mashiro's resilience. Unfortunately, I can see that crumbling like a cookie when even the slightest pressure from Misaki. Now that I think about it, was there really never anything going on between them? I don't mean a full-blown romantic relationship, but maybe like trying a few things out of curiosity.
キス、試してみよっか。
やだ、恥ずかしいです、美咲先輩。
I never took myself as the kind of guy who'd fuss over a girl's past, but damn, the thought of Misaki taking over his kiss really makes me jealous. Well, I guess there are situations where you'd want to be fussy, but I just personally want to be more calm and laid-back boyfriend.
ひひひ、覚悟してもらおうか、お嬢ちゃん。
It's more like you better prepare yourself. Quit wriggling your fingers. Hmm? That's Misaki. It's more of a... It's hard for me to even... Obviously, I can't show, but... It's a gesture that is said to be done by creepy people or creepy old men. I don't know. It's when they move their fingers up and down in like waves as they approach somebody. Hopefully I'm getting that across.
あいた！あれ、なんかさっきよりちょっとだけ力入ってない？
Must be your imagination. I need to work on my restraint. Think you'll be able to play as the speeder, Misaki?
そりゃできるけど、多分できるだけってレベルだよ。なんで？
I watched you play of Mashiro's match against Ichinose, and it's painfully clear that she's lacking matchup experience. Ichinose showed us everything we need to improve on.
いないもんね、スピーダー。
Exactly. Our biggest problem right now is our lack of any speeders beside her. We could always ask Prez, but he's apparently been studying for his university entrance exam, so I'd hate to bother him. The lack of war experience is killing her. You can train all you want, but if she doesn't have any experience doing that stuff in actual matches, it won't mean anything.
真白がいなし方を体で覚えるか、マサヤがもう 0.5 秒早く指示を出すかだもんね。
Okay, Asuka and I are going to handle Mashiro's anti-speeder train like we initially planned. As for where Asuka is, she's currently doing 10 laps around the playing field while Madoka times her. You can do it, Asuka.
じゃあ代わりに、私は真白をファイター対策のエキスパートに育てて信ぜよ
う。よろしくお願いします、美咲先輩。
でもどうしようか。
Which is?
前にも言ったと思うけどさ、私人に教える才能からっきしなんだよね。面倒だし。
でしたら美咲先輩の得意なこととか苦手なことを教えてください。
え？
私対美咲先輩のエキスパートになります。それってちゃんとファイター対策にもなると思いますし。
うん、頼もしいね。
Tanamoshi is more like... sounds promising, or no? Not promising, it's more... Oh.
そうしたら美咲先輩が FC 部に帰ってきた時、私きっとお役に立てます。一石二鳥です。
Both Misaki and I stand there in awkward silence.
眩しいな。
What?
いや、眩しいにゃーってね。やる気があるって若さが私には羨ましいよ。
Mabushi is more like the brightness, or like how bright it is. So she's saying how bright and cheery Mashiro is. I'm not even going to comment on that.
よろしい。私が真白を立派な対美咲ちゃんエキスパートマシーンに改造実験してあげよう。
はーい。
No remodeling, please, whatever that means.
これはこんなことされたらさすがの美咲ちゃんも頭クラクラタジタジになっちゃって、やだ意地悪しないで、もう我慢できないよって技だから。
Goku is more like swallowing, like your throat when you swallow is that type of sound. So it's more like waiting in anticipation. That better be something FC related. Now that we've decided what we're going to do, I leave Mashiro with Misaki and head over to Asuka, who's still flying her laps. I'm going to end it here for today. It's maybe a bit shorter, maybe a bit longer. It's halfway to tell. I've had quite a few stops in between. I don't know where to start with this episode. Yeah. So, the main point, in my opinion, was the phone call between them. That was probably the main interesting aspect of it. But when I'm thinking about it, it's hard to really point out or pick up any specific thing about that phone call. Yeah, so far it's progressing slowly and going alright. Nothing dramatic or surprising happened. The outcome with how Misaki wanted information was as expected. I did kind of like how both Misaki and Masiya know how they feel about, or know how Misaki feels about Flying Circus. how the silence was quite powerful, I guess you could say. We can tell with just that Misaki doesn't plan on returning, and she only was saying, okay, I'll do this, and this, just to try and move on from the subject. Yeah, I can't really say anything else much about this episode. I mean, it was enjoyable. I had nothing really wrong with it. I did feel like I was going between Japanese and English a lot today. It's both more an understanding. That's what I've been quite enjoying lately with this visual novel, specifically this visual novel, is trying to understand the thought processes and try and wonder why certain things were chosen or translated. I just find that quite fascinating. And it's not like I'm trying to pick on the language. I think I was in the beginning of this visual novel, but I think I've moved on from that and just moved on to more seeing the differences and if you can translate this or that in a certain way. Because one thing I've actually quite enjoyed, I've noticed, especially with a bit of a recent drama, I should say, on X or Twitter, is the translation or the English and Japanese differences between the game Nier Automata with the character 2B, where the English character was said to be more stoic and a bit more stronger in her words, whereas the Japanese side it's more passive and more unknowing. Oh, what I'm getting at is the character can feel different between two different languages. And when I realized that, I thought of this as well even with Aokana. And actually something I want to keep an eye on, see how a character can be portrayed depending on the translation and between the translation and the original. Just quite interesting to think about. But yeah, anyway, for now I think that will be it for today. I hope you all had wonderful holidays. Hope to see how this continues. I'd love to see more. But for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.